And good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Sheriff Carmine Marcino and everyone at the Lee County Sheriff's Office, we want to welcome you this afternoon to our Do the Right Thing ceremony for the month of January. You can see the bright faces behind me. These are all your winners for January, and we're going to hear all of their stories in just a couple of minutes. I'm Tony Shaw. I'm the director of the Do the Right Thing program, and again, thank you for joining us. We are also broadcasting on the Lee County School District's YouTube channel. So as I just mentioned, if you're not watching on the YouTube channel right now, when you go home, you can watch it anytime, day or night. Now, before we get started, we're going to do our Pledge of Allegiance. And today that's going to be led by Grayson Rachel. Come on down, Grayson.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Grayson. That's the fastest Pledge of Allegiance we've ever had. I want to begin our ceremony today by acknowledging the Lee County School Board. The chairman is Sam Fisher, who represents District 1. Vice Chair is Jada Langford Fleming. She represents District 6. Melissa Giovanelli represents District 2. Chris Patrica represents District 3. Debbie Jordan represents District 4. Armor Persons represents District 5. And Kathleen Morgan represents District 7. Also, our superintendent is Dr. Christopher Bernier. We appreciate all you do for our student recognition program. Let's have a round of applause for the school board and Dr. Bernier. And representing Sheriff Marcino today, and to my left to help hand out the awards and trophies, is Lieutenant Sylvester Smalls with our Youth Services Division. Lieutenant Smalls supervises all our school resource officers and keeps all of our kids safe in our schools. So thank you, Sylvester Smalls, Lieutenant, for all you do. Also, personnel that are assisting with today's ceremony are known as our Civilian Support Unit. Rich Catania, Norm Parker, and John Beans were the ones that got everybody seated and got everything ready for today's ceremony. They helped set up this room, and they are indispensable. They do a great job. Let's have a round of applause for Rich, Norm, and John. Also, you can't see them because they're in back. Dave Alexander, Adam Wright, Adam Hodjost, and Riley Spicker with the Lee County School District. They are working the cameras, the light, the audio, so you can watch this ceremony live and watch it on the YouTube channel. So thank you to Dave, Adam, and Riley. Now, we could not do this if it were not for the sponsors, the businesses and organizations that donate money to us so we can buy the trophies and all the swag bags that the parents have. We couldn't do it without them. One of our principal sponsors is Lee County Electric Cooperative. They have been sponsoring Do the Right Thing for more than 20 years now. They keep coming back every year, and we are so appreciative for Lee County Electric Cooperative, shortly known as LCEC. And with us today is Shannon Williamson from LCEC, and she wants to share a few words with the parents and the students. Let's have a round of applause for Shannon Williamson.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shannon Williamson. I am in the Public Relations Department at LCEC. LCEC is a not-for-profit electric distribution cooperative, and we serve 240,000 customers here in Southwest Florida. As a not-for-profit, we want to make a difference in our community and contribute as much as we can, and one of our favorite ways is the Do the Right Thing program. We see the importance and the value that it brings to the students, the parents, the teachers, the faculty, and the whole entire school district as an entirety. And I just wanted to say thank you all for doing the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon Williamson and LCEC. We couldn't do it without you. Well, it is time already to start honoring our Do the Right Thing winners for the month of January. First up is AED PuigRees. Let's have a round of applause for AED PuigRees. Ayled attends Mirror Lakes Elementary. Her principal is Amy Boback, and school resource officers Deputy Dylan Weisinger. And with those with Ayled, please come up front and we will share her story. Ayled is a second grader at Mirror Lakes Elementary. Teacher Allison Searcy writes, Ayled is always so helpful and always trying her best in class. She wants to do well and she wants her classmates to do well. One morning while the class was preparing for recess, a student found a pair of ear pods in the classroom and asked Ayled if they were hers. Even though they weren't hers, Ayled took control of the situation and was determined to get them back to the rightful owner. Ayled brought the ear pods to me to see if I knew whose they were. It turned out the ear pods belonged to a classmate who had misplaced them when arriving to school. Ayled was instrumental in getting the ear pods back to their owner. I was so proud of Ayled for doing the right thing, and so was her classmate. Ayled, that was a great thing you did. Thank you so much. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Valerio Sebastian was next. He was not able to make it today, so we're going to see if we can honor him at a future ceremony. Charlie Stacy is next. Let's have a round of applause for Charlie Stacy. Charlie attends Athenian Academy Charter School. Her principal is Doug Couveron, and school resource officers Deputy Britt Smith. And with those with Charlie, please come up front. Charlie's a fifth grader at Athenian Academy Charter School. Deputy Britt Smith writes, recently Charlie found money on the floor in the hallway and immediately turned it into John Donahue, the transportation and food service coordinator for our school. Not only is Charlie honest, but is also compassionate and caring. She strives to do her best on every task and always says something kind when talking with other students. Charlie is a member of the Lee County Sheriff's Office Middle School Cadet Program and has shown what a true leader she is. Because of this, it's no surprise that Charlie turned in money without a moment's hesitation. Charlie's actions reflect honesty and integrity. She deserves to be recognized not just for this one act, but because she is constantly doing the right thing. Charlie, you are definitely a role model for others to look up to. Thank you so much. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. John Juan Matias is next. Let's have a round of applause for John Juan Matias. John attends Veterans Park Academy for the Arts. His principal is Ed Carter, and school resource officer is Corporal Mike Milano. And will those with John please come up front? There you go. John is an 8th grader at Veterans Park Academy for the Arts. Assistant Principal Jacqueline Kustra writes, John recently found $20 in the hallway and went straight to security to return it to its rightful owner. Many students would have picked up the money and claimed it as their own, but John didn't think twice about looking for an adult to turn the money into. Turns out the money belonged to 2 students who were very concerned after losing the money and very relieved to get it back. John has been a student with us at Veterans Park Academy of the Arts since he was a kindergartner and has always been a model citizen in school. We all know doing the right thing as a teenager is not always easy, but for John it came naturally and without a second thought. John, that's an awesome thing you did. Great job. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Next up, we're honoring 2 students together. We have Millie Angie Ferreira and Grayson Admire. Let's have a round of applause for Millie Angie Ferreira and Grayson Admire. Millie, Angie, and Grayson attend River Hall Elementary. Their principal is Jody Palakis, and school resource officer is Deputy Ed Vandal. And with those with Millie, Angie, and Grayson, please come up front. Millie, Angie, and Grayson are both 5th graders at River Hall Elementary. Teacher Brianna Ellison writes, one afternoon while other students were playing on the playground, Millie, Angie, and Grayson came over to ask if they could go to the ESE playground to play with the students there. Both Millie, Angie, and Grayson were willing to give up their recess time to play with their newfound friends. Both girls are role models in their class and are always available to help other students and make sure that everyone feels included and accepted. Millie, Angie, and Grayson, what a great idea to help everyone in your school feel included and important. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Jeremiah Vasquez is next. Let's have a round of applause for Jeremiah Vasquez. Jeremiah attends J. Colon English Elementary. His principal is Joe Williams and school resource officer is Corporal Bobby Black. And with those with Jeremiah, please come forward. Jeremiah is a 1st grader at J. Colon English Elementary. He was nominated by school counselor Teresa Stanley and teacher Victoria Loudon, who write, Jeremiah is making the right decisions and doing the right thing. Jeremiah has been working hard to demonstrate that positive behavior is fun. At first it was a bit difficult, but now Jeremiah regularly follows our Hall SOAR transition guidelines in order to keep our class safe and alert. He raises his hand to ask a question, participates in class, helps others, and most of all, listens so he can learn during teacher instruction. I'm so proud of Jeremiah's progress, and so is his mom. Jeremiah is a wonderful example of a student that is doing the right thing. Jeremiah, you are proof that when you listen in school, great things happen. Congratulations. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Up next is Joy Gonzalez Mendes. Let's have a round of applause for Joy Gonzalez Mendes. Joy attends J. Colon English Elementary. And will those with joy please come forward? Joy was nominated by school counselor Teresa Stanley and teacher Christina Waite, who write, Joy is a fourth grade student at J. Colon English Elementary who makes a rule to do the right thing. Joy is caring, considerate, honest, and dependable. She's the kind of student that sets an example for her peers, whether a reward is to be earned or not. Her fourth grade teachers agree and add that Joy works hard and is always determined to solve any problem that comes her way. We proudly nominate Joy for the Do the Right Thing Award. Joy, your teachers think a great deal of you. Keep doing wonderful things at your school. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Sarah Carr is next. Let's have a round of applause for Sarah Carr. Sarah attends J. Colon English Elementary, where she is a first grader. And will those with Sarah please come up front? Teacher Victoria Loudon writes, Sarah recently completed her AR reading for the quarter. I watch her and see her excitement when she does exceptionally well on an AR test or solves a difficult problem in math. She works hard during iReady reading and math time, staying on task even toward the end of the day. When we transition, she has ducktails and bubbles so that she can help the class be orderly. Sarah does the right thing, and this allows her to experience the joy of learning to read and reading to learn. For this and more, J. Colon English Elementary is proud to nominate Sarah for the Do the Right Thing Award. And Sarah, we're proud to award you for doing the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Is Honesty Rogers here? Oh, okay, we'll try to do a private ceremony for Honesty Rogers. Bianca Omar is up next. Let's have a round of applause for Bianca Omar. Bianca attends Sunshine Elementary. Her principal is Aaron Brandow, and school resource officer is Deputy Rodolphus Hall. And those with Bianca can please come up front. Teacher Lori O'Hara writes, Bianca is an extremely positive and compassionate individual. She cares about other students in our class. When a classmate posts in our Google Classroom, Bianca is one who always replies, answering questions as best she can, and sharing encouragement and positive comments. We have a new student in our class who happens to be on the same bus as Bianca. Before I could even ask her, Bianca offered to help show her around bus dismissal and make sure she got on the right bus. I appreciated knowing I could count on Bianca to help her out. Bianca is also responsible. She helps out with cleaning the room at the end of the school day. When we were getting our Chromebooks checked out, Bianca helped the process go faster by realizing that students were being called in line ABC order and getting in line accordingly. She was the first to do this. She comes to class with a positive attitude every day and makes the world of our classroom a better place. Bianca, thank you for making a difference in your classroom. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Tristan Ruiz is up next. Let's have a round of applause for Tristan Ruiz. Tristan attends Oak Hammock Middle School. His principal is David Howdyshell, and school resource officers are Deputy Jonathan Hoyt and Deputy Camp Wiley. And will those with Tristan please come up front? Deputy Camp Wiley writes, Tristan Ruiz, who is a 7th grader at Oak Hammock Middle, found an unattended purse laying outside on one of our courtyard tables. Tristan took the purse to the front office and turned it in for lost and found. One of our teachers had accidentally left her purse on the table during her lunch break and was trying to locate that purse. The teacher had security personnel check the school camera system, and they observed Tristan finding the purse and immediately taking it to the front office. The teacher wanted Tristan to be commended for having great character and doing the right thing. Deputies Wiley and Hoyt spoke with Tristan, who had no idea who the purse belonged to. He just wanted it returned to its owner. Tristan is known to be respectful, and many of his peers and school staff have good things to say about him regarding his good character. According to his mom, this is the 4th or 5th time Tristan has received the Do the Right Thing award. His mom says when he grows up, Tristan wants to be a sheriff. Tristan, you're well on your way to accomplishing great things. Keep up the good work. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Justin Jordan is up next. Let's have a round of applause for Justin Jordan. Justin attends Varsity Lakes Middle School. His principal is Dr. Chevanese Anderson Thomas, and school resource officers are Deputy Mitchell Doherty and Deputy Michael Sanchez. And will those with Judson please come up front? We'll share his story. Judson's an 8th grader at Varsity Lakes Middle School. Dean of Student Discipline Daniel Collins writes, Judson was pivotal during a peer mediation. 2 other students needed to take part in peer mediation due to a prior conflict. One of the students spoke only Creole and was unable to communicate his concerns and frustrations with the situation. We knew Judson was someone who we could turn to help translate Creole and help facilitate the mediation. Through his effort, the students were able to reconcile their differences and come to an understanding. Judson was able to ensure the other student had a voice and was able to be heard in the mediation, which would not have been possible without Judson's assistance. Judson, thank you for your assistance and for helping to bring 2 people back together. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is proud of you. Grayson Rachel is next. Round of applause, please, for Grayson Rachel. Grayson attends the Alva School. His principal is Dr. Nathan Shaker, and school resource officers are Deputy Donald Overby and Deputy Stuart Foreman. And will those with Grayson please come up front? Grayson is a 3rd grader at the Alva School. His school resource officer, Deputy Donald Overby, nominated Grayson and writes, I asked Grayson to assist law enforcement in an investigation. Grayson, despite being only in the 3rd grade, displayed excellent recall that assisted in the investigation. Grayson was able to recall in very good detail bus numbers, physical description, and clothing description that assisted us in identifying a victim of a possible crime. Due to Grayson's keen observation and recall, the incident was investigated and resolved. Grayson, excellent job being so detail-oriented. Thank you. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Up next, we're honoring 2 students together, Riley Simmons and Galilea Garcia Rodriguez. Round of applause for Riley and Galilea. Riley and Galilea attend Lehigh Elementary. Their principal is Jackson Morgan, and school resource officers, Deputy Shane Nelson. And those with Riley and Galilea can come up front. Riley and Galilea are 3rd graders at Lehigh Elementary. Teacher Shelley Vickers writes, without prompting, Riley has been picking up trash around our school campus and when we are walking in line. She has inspired other students to do the same, including Galilea, who has started picking up around the school as well. Both girls love making the school a cleaner place, and it also helps the animals. Riley is new to our school and has fit in beautifully. She loves Fridays and is always happy that the weekend is just around the corner so she can spend time with her family. Riley is a happy girl who works quietly and leads others to do the same simply by her actions. Galilea always is willing to help others and gives the extra effort needed to understand the new material in class. She cares deeply about others and making sure that everyone is treated fairly. Riley and Galilea, what a wonderful thing you're doing to keep your campus clean. Keep up the great work. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Dania Ayala Alfaro is up next. Let's have a round of applause for Dania Ayala Alfaro. Dania attends Manatee Elementary. Her principal is Dr. Scott Lee Master, and school resource officers Deputy Max Pico. And will those with Dania please come up front? Dania is a second grader at Manatee Elementary. She was nominated by teachers Tambry Egan and Taylor Wysong, who write, "Recently, a new student at our school was walking to class. I wanted to make sure she got breakfast, but she couldn't understand me. Dania was on her way to class and overheard me. Dania spoke to the new student in Spanish, asking her if she'd like breakfast, and walked in with her to make sure she was able to get it. This is not out of the ordinary for Dania, as she embodies the spirit of compassion and empathy. She is emotionally supportive to peers and offers to help others who are struggling on a topic in school. This unwavering care extends beyond the boundaries of our classroom, as Dania frequently takes time to help classmates and animals outside of school. Dania recently took in a stray cat from the street and a bunny rabbit of her friends who were in the midst of a move. Dania, it sounds like you left a positive mark on every person and animal that you meet. Keep striving for excellence. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Up next is Rachel Palmeras Vasquez. Let's have a round of applause for Rachel Palmeras Vasquez. Rachel attends Hancock Creek Elementary. Her principal is Dr. Denise Phillips Luster, and school resource officers Deputy George Mora. And will those with Rachel please come up front? Teacher Carrie Schneider writes, Rachel is a fourth grader at Hancock Creek Elementary who is kind, caring, and responsible. Because of these qualities, her bus driver has asked for her help, especially to help out with the younger students. Rachel greets them when they get on the bus and helps them get situated and seated safely. She has also been a big help when students misbehave on the bus. She reminds them of the Colts' expectations and models for them to act appropriately on the bus. Rachel has assisted me, the bus ramp supervisor, in informing me of which students are misbehaving and which need to have friendly reminders. Rachel definitely has the qualities of a leader and will most likely become a leader in our safety patrol next year in the 5th grade. Rachel, you are definitely a leader in your school and will continue to be. That's awesome, and the Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Mateo Lucio Juan is next. Let's have a round of applause for Mateo Lucio Juan. Mateo attends Tice Elementary. His principal is Cherise Trent, and school resource officers Deputy Jean Druin. And will those with Mateo come forward? Mateo is a third grader at Tice Elementary. Teacher Lauren Johnston writes, while transitioning during reading intervention, a student began telling another student that they needed to line up and listen to the teacher. The child continued to claim that this student never listens and never does the right thing. Montijo overheard this interaction and came to the rescue of the student falsely accused of not listening. Montijo intervened and explained that the student making the accusations was in fact the one not doing what the teacher had asked and should take care of himself. The student Montijo was defending is a child that at times is unable to communicate for himself. Montijo recognized that and came to advocate for him. He, without a doubt, deserves this award. We couldn't agree more, Montijo. Thank you for standing up for something that you knew wasn't right. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Aaron Diaz is up next. Round of applause, please, for Aaron Diaz. Aaron attends Orange River Elementary. His principal is Casey Starrick and school resource officers Deputy Gregory Bryant. And those with Aaron can please come up front. We'll share his story. Aaron is a fifth grader at Orange River Elementary. Teacher Aaron Lango writes, I was attending the award ceremony for a different student, so my students had a guest teacher that day. While I was away, one of my students threatened a classmate with serious harm. As it was the end of the day during dismissal, the options were limited. Then the very next day, Aaron got off his bus and went straight to the office to report the threat. Aaron is a young man who is always looking for opportunities to prove himself and to help me out. He has the potential to be a great leader for his peers and help many more people in the future. Aaron, you are a brave young man for helping to keep someone in your school safe. Great job. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Up next, we're honoring two students together who happen to be brother and sister, Magdalena Gerald and Lucas Gerald. Round of applause for Magdalena and Lucas Gerald. Magdalena and Lucas attend Pinewoods Elementary. Their principal is Aika Maston, and school resource deputy is Latima Murray. And with those with Magdalena and Lucas, please come up front. Rob Cooper nominated Magdalena and Lucas and writes, these two volunteered selling Christmas trees and poinsettia plants on their weekends and after school to support the Rotary Club of Bonita Springs. Their dad is a Rotarian with the club. They learned the value of giving back to their community at an early age. The members of the club and local principal would like to recognize them for helping to make their community a better place. It's nice to see community service and awareness starting at such an early age. According to their father, a couple, beside the donation they placed in the large jar, gave Lucas a tip saying to keep it for yourself. Lucas was very happy, but then he thought about it. Later, his dad asked Lucas where his tip was, and Lucas replied, "I don't have it any longer. I put it in the jar to be given to the Rotary Club." What a big heart. Lucas and Magdalena, it's great to see two people so young doing so much good for their community. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Ana Taques dos Santos is up next. Let's have a round of applause for Ana Taques dos Santos.
Good job. Congratulations.
Anna attends Gateway Elementary. Her principal is Cherry Gibson and school resource officers Deputy Damon Geiger. And will those with Anna please come up front? Anna is a fourth grader at Gateway Elementary. Teacher Deanna Martin writes, Anna has a positive attitude and recently did something quite remarkable. A classmate of Anna's had missed weeks of school and came to class crying. She told Anna she wanted to quit school. Anna talked to the girl, and a few hours later, the student came back and said that she doesn't want to quit school and was all smiles. She said Anna talked her into staying. Anna really helped her friend understand that she is important and that she was missed. This is an attribute that is quite inspiring. Anna, what a wonderful thing you did for your friend. Your friend someday will be very happy that you talked her out of quitting school. Great job. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. And our final honoree today is Carlton Campbell. Let's have a round of applause for Carlton Campbell. Carlton attends Cypress Lake High School. His principal is Angela Rolls, and school resource officers are Deputy Alex Wilhelm and Deputy Donovan Cumoff. And will those with Carlton please come up front? Okay. Sarah Sargent nominated Carlton and writes, Carlton is in our ESE program at Cypress Lake High School and is one of our kindest and most helpful students in the classroom. He is blind and has an intellectual disability, but this does not hinder how kind and helpful he is everywhere he goes. Carlton's mother fell recently, and her knee, ankle, and hand were so injured that she could not get back up. She called out for Carlton, and he woke up and found her. She gave him directions to where her phone was so they could call 911. Carlton also unlocked both locks on the door to let the paramedics in the house. This is incredible. What makes it even more incredible is that this is the second time he has helped his mom in this way. He's a wonderful young man who communicates through sign and with his voice output device. Carlton also loves music, and his laugh lights up the room. Carlton, you've been called into action twice to help your mom now, and you've come through with flying colors each time. You are a beacon of light in your house, and the Lee County Sheriff's Office is proud of you. That concludes today's ceremony. I want to thank everyone attending today live and in person, and for watching on the school district's YouTube channel. We will see you again here next month. Until then, let's give our students one big final standing ovation.